actually be 38. I'm a year away still. Wow. All right. You having a good time, Campbell?
Yeah.
All right. This next person, she's an amazing lady. She's a co-host of a weekly mic over on Cartoons on Tuesday. You got nothing to do. See you next Tuesday comedy. Let's give it up for the number one cunt, Leslie Land!
I have a new nickname. I like it. 7 stars, you know I love you. I want to be the 8th star, okay? So what I want to tell you about, you know what? I have a pet. Actually, it's a pet peeve, and I have actually a lot of pet peeves. One of them, anyway, so I'm doing this series, Pet Peeves, on Instagram. So I got this date on Hinge, and he's age appropriate. So he's 63, he's Italian, and on his profile, it said he's looking for a short-term relationship. And I'm like, what? What do you have, meningitis? You only have a couple months to live? What, your wife is recovered in Mexico from a BBL and a boob job? What, you're on a work furlough from prison after being snagged by doing a diamond heist with your daughter? I mean, what is this short-term relationship? What does that mean? So he shows up and I make our date at what I thought was an Italian restaurant. He goes, this is an Italian restaurant. I'm like, okay, it's Italian-inspired restaurant. So I think he wanted to have a wedge salad of hair, but he only had angel hair pasta hair, angel hair. You know what I'm saying? And he was in really good shape. He played tennis, even though he had lady fingers. He played tennis, and so his calves, they were just like cantaloupe size. Like I was like, yeah, look at those calves. But he was wearing skinny jeans, which, as you know, are out, Frank. They're out, okay? but because Frank, I told you 2 mics ago, they're out. So he had skinny jeans on, so I could really see the contour of his calves. So,
I did.
well, I was looking for his Italian cucumber, or should I say cannoli? I don't know. Cannoli's too easy. You know, it's too easy. And I mean, you know, like when you have so those Italian cucumbers are a little bit longer. I mean, the worth's in the girth, but because for this joke, it's Italian cucumber. You know how you don't eat the cucumber time and it kind of gets kind of soggy and kind of soft? That's what I'm thinking a 63-year-old Italian cucumber is like, okay? Right? And so I'm like, short-term relationship? What do you? He said, well, I'm not going to make any long-term plans. Okay, and I'm like, okay. And he goes, I grew up in Germany, and my kids are in Germany, so I'm going to retire in Germany. Right? And I'm like, all right, well, if it goes well with us, haben Sie Guckeslav and hast du Guckeslav? Ich liebe dich. Take me with you. Mach schnell, right? Didn't he give me sure? That means right away, take me to Germany. So he asked me like a couple questions, like, you know, where did you grow up? What do you do? I'm like, geez, is this like, am I at a job interview for Staples? I mean, what do you, it was like so gazpacho, you know what I mean? Just so gazpacho. So he's got a daughter and a son, and they sound like overachievers in everything. And he said his son looks like Antonio Banderas. And I'm like, okay, tell me more, say more. He said he's not gonna get, he's like just out playing the field and whatever. He sounded great, okay? He's 31. And like I said, the guy I'm on a date with is 63, okay? You know who goes after me? How old are my boyfriends?
45.
31, 28, they're 28. Like if I was
how old
like
were they were 9/11?
They had to be. The rule is they had to be 10 years old when the Twin Towers came down, but I have a lot of exceptions, a lot of close enough situations, okay? A little close enough, you know. And I mean, I am on Megan's Law website, so they're keeping track of me, but in between that, I have a lot of sex. This guy was like, didn't ask me anything, so he's talking about his stuff and everything, and I'm like thinking, my God, he had like traps that were like calzones, big fat calzone traps. And I said something sexy like, oh yeah, I can't wait to taste your sauce. And he's like, it's gravy, okay? And I'm like, yeah. Here we go. Here I'm trying to be sexy with this old man, and he's all like, blah, 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 right? And I said, my favorite Italian food is fettuccine alfredo. He goes, that's not Italian. And I'm like, all right, here we go. It is on, lady fingers. It is on, okay? And he was in really good shape. And frankly, I know I look cute with my clothes on, but my body is like a melted candle under this. You know what's the wine that what's the wine, the Italian wine where they have the dripping wax on that? Come on. Chianti. Okay, yes, that with the melted. Anyway, this is fucked up. This whole thing got fucked up because I couldn't remember that word. Anyway,
I saw you there last week.
not asking me anything about myself, so I'm like saying, oh hey, well I'm a realtor and I'm a stand-up comedian. And does he ask me anything like, why are you a stand-up comedian? Well, because of a lot of childhood trauma. Let's dig deep into that. Let's get somewhere. Instead of asking me, what I do and where I live, stuff like that. Well, anyway, so I'm thinking maybe I could still fuck him. and he said something really cute. We were talking about the food in America versus in Italy. He said, your food here has a lot of chemicals.
Can you sign it?
And I'm like, yeah, it has a lot of chemicals. So, anyway, I just, he had, his personality was, like I said, like gazpacho, just really like that. I just really, at the end of the date, I really just lost my appetite. I mean, I wish there was chemistry. And plus, I'm a vegan, so anyway, also not true. But I'm just kidding. Anyway, I told him that I made a little Instagram about him, saying about his short-term, relationship, and he's like, "Oh, really?" So now he's tuned into my Instagram stuff. So when I drove home from that date, my girlfriend, I had her on FaceTime. She goes, "You should do one of those pet peeve videos, like age-appropriate men." Right? Okay. So I was about to do it. Then I remembered he knows where my Instagram is. So now he's on my Instagram looking at my shit. So like, all right, buddy. And then he goes, "Can you take down that screenshot of my online dating thing?" And I was like, he goes, "Well, because I'm 63 and I work at that company and I'm from Rome, and so they're gonna just be able to figure it out." And I go, "Nobody cares, okay? Nobody cares." So anyway, I'm just no chemistry at all. No chemistry at all. Anyway, thanks 7 stars. Thank you. See you later. Age-appropriate men.
Let's keep it going for Leslie Mag. Leslie, I'm not age appropriate.